the wettest Christmas day in 72 years.
I'm worried about getting attacked by polar bears.
Yeah, Beauty's paling out. I know something's definitely not right, but we can never imagine what happens next.
So we have a woman in her 60s that has had a seizure. That's pretty distressing.
Yeah, we've got a new trainee this year, Taco. You know, it's taken him a little while to find his feet.
Why is everything being so over-exaggerated?
Nearly killed someone.
Some of the signs that Christmas is coming would be Santa hats.
Everyone brings down their barbecues, their food.
The crowds just swell.
Merry Christmas!
It's tourists, it's people that don't understand the beach. Pasty white Irish people. It's definitely a telltale sign when the guy in the red suit hits the sand.
Santa down at Bondi amongst us is a big tradition. I've been lucky enough to be asked to do it for the last 5 or 6 years.
Each year he gets more inventive. Each year he goes to another level.
So this year Santa's going to have a few little tricks up his sleeve.
Nice cut back from Santa. Looking for the connection. Look at this. Here we go. Up and over. Oh, Santa. Santa's ripping the bag out of it.
Bondi Santa could surf, skateboard.
Yeah!
Break dance. Yeah. Boom, boom.
It's good to see him down here every Christmas, and this year's just mixing it up with the beats.
Christmas Eve's a beautiful day.
Santa's back, baby!
So Santa's decided to get out one day early and get in the sunshine and give the kids their presents today.
Merry Christmas, everybody! Ho, ho, ho!
The skinniest Santa I've ever seen.
Yates is Santa. I like it. He's pulled it off.
Merry Christmas, everybody! Santa's on his way back to the South Pole.
So as it's turned out, the South Pole is on its way to Bondi.
Christmas Day, it's looking like a little bit of a wet and windy start for South Wales. It is looking a little bit grey. More of that wet weather forecast over the next 24 hours.
We're sitting down here today at Christmas morning and it is freezing cold, the wind's blowing and it's got driving 45-degree rain.
This day is possibly the worst Christmas day I've witnessed in my 36 years. So it's really quiet down here.
Who else is going to be on Bondi Beach when it's pissing down rain on Christmas Day? No one else. It's just pommies all the way.
It's like being back home.
There's no Australian.
The Aussies don't have the British spirit of cold weather and still going out.
I'm worried about getting attacked by polar bears. It's that cold down here. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Today's locking the door and bunkering in. No one wants to get wet, and when we do have to go out, it's not going to be pleasant at all.
We were sitting in the tower. Gonzo got a call and was from the icebergs. They said, look, there's 2 guys in trouble. Can you help them?
Yeah, on 2 lilos out the back. Nah, one of them's lost it. One of them's lost the lilo. Okay, that's that. We'll keep an eye on him. Thanks, heaps.
Yeah, no, I've got him. Everyone on the beach today's got a Santa hat on. Doesn't matter where you're from, the good swimmer, the bad swimmer. I'm looking at 2 Santa hats now drift out in the rip.
At the start, they were holding a lilo, so they were kind of fine, but then they let go of the lilo.
Yeah, you've lost the lilo. They've all lost the lilo.
I've picked the binoculars up and had a look and seen where they are and thought, I've got to go.
We just thought, look, they're pommies off their heads, so we thought, look, we've got to go down there and rescue them.
Yeah, they're in the rear. We're driving down there to the rescue and we can't even see what's happening in front of us and you almost run into someone. Seeing the 2 Santa hats in the rip at backpackers, straight away I'm assuming they can't swim. They haven't taken a stroke that I can see, and I can see their hand going up occasionally and down, and our visual on them is getting hampered by the swell and the wind, the rain, and they had drifted a fair bit out. They're in a pretty bad position.
And as that was happening, some ladies come running down screaming, saying that she's watched someone drown for the last 5 minutes.
I had things in place.
The rubber ducky will have to go out though. He's in distress. He's had his hand up for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, we've been watching him.
Okay.
People have called it in for sure. Hey, I'm going for a paddle.
Just as I'm taking my jacket off, I noticed police rock up, and then I think, oh no, this member of the public's rang up. And I knew that the perception was they're tourists in the Rip. At this point, I'm paddling out thinking it's got to be a better way to spend Christmas than rescuing pommies in the driving rain. It's windy and cold, there's blue bottles. I'm not happy at all.
I think one of them's got a camera.
I'm getting closer to him and I see a camera come out of the water of the guy's hand and a little flash. And I think, who's taking photos in the Rip? Straight away, see Reidy's face. And I'm like, what are you doing, you idiot?
I'm a lifeguard and I'm with one of Australia's greatest ever surf swimmers, Spot Anderson. We're out here having a ball. Spot's taking photos of me, getting smashed by waves on the Lilo. We turn around, next minute we can see police on the beach and Beardy's paddling out to us and it's like, hang on a minute, what's going on here?
I'm so pissed off. He sees I'm angry. I said, look where you are. And he started laughing. And I just said, get in. Come on, the police are on the beach.
Bondi Lifeguards, Jesse speaking. Yeah, mate, we're on it now.
That's got a bit blown out of hand. They're about 20 metres offshore, not a kilometre. A few Chinese whispers along the way, but yeah, the boys went down to grab them, but they wouldn't jump in on the board. So it's all good, buddy. Bye. They're just about to launch Lifesaver 1. They said 2 people were in distress a kilometre off Bondi.
Oh, I love this place.
Reidy's Christmas swim has triggered a little bit of drama. We've got ladies running down the promenade, coppers running along the beach, helicopters are getting launched, and yeah, Reidy and his mate just floating in the Rip.
As I'm paddling back in, I'm looking at Fox thinking, when he finds this is Reidy, he is gonna be spewing.
Merry Christmas!
Yeah, Bondi Central boys, we're on our way back up. We got denied. Thanks for going in, it was definitely worth a paddle out.
He did restrain himself. I thought he'd be a bit more verbal with him.
They're ringing us from everywhere, mate. Who rang that? Every all helicopter ones are coming, everything. Are they? Mate, massive. Why? Because he's around there floating around. He won't swim it. He won't swim it, and now he wanted to shut down. Yeah, I got him in pocket. We were just doing reading the surf. Yeah, the whole cavalry's coming.
Oh, look at that ambulance coming down too. Wonder if that's for it. The ambos are flying down the promenade and seeing Kerbox come in dripping wet. He was soaked and he was like, just slammed the door.
You reckon there's no flare-up coming for the whole Air Force, Navy and the whole stormtroopers are coming. Can't see it.
Harry out there and he had his camera taking pictures of me.
Was it a prank gone wrong or was it a misunderstanding? Look, I don't know. You'd have to ask Reidy that question.
The helicopter, like, the people run and said, like, we're launching.
They should know better, both of them, to do it when it's like this.
I mean, we have a lot of fun down here and we play a lot of pranks on each other, but this is simply not something that was a prank. Yeah, I was just going for a swim.
Oh, so you paddled out and then they've taken a photo of you?
And me.
Reidy and Kerbox got a little bit fired up and I suppose I just had to smooth it over a little bit with them, and I don't think it was a prank gone wrong. I think it was a big misunderstanding between the guys. Yeah, Reidy was just having a Christmas Day swim.
Oh, mate, I'm going to get you back for that. We've had a trainee program now for like the last 6 years. Each trainee's got their own personalities, they've got their own strengths and weaknesses. We've got to manage their quirks and that can be difficult at times. Blake, young Mormon, squeaky clean. Jesse, young bra boy. I wasn't real sure if he's ever been told what to do before, so that was always going to be a challenge. Yeah, Maxi was really young. He started 15. real gullible, naive. Yeah, he's turned into one of our best lifeguards. Yeah, we've got a new kid this year, Taco. His biggest strength will be his passion.
I originally grew up at Bondi, and basically I've been surfing ever since I was like a little kid, little grommet. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in the water. Things that made me attracted to the job was just basically the lifestyle that everyone lives. It just seems the most fun for me to do. When I left school last year, I'm at a good age now for it. I'm just hanging down the beach, and it couldn't get better.
Are you ready to go for
100%.
100%?
100%, mate.
That's good to know, Taco.
Yeah, I think Taco's like me. When I first started, I was making mistakes left, right and centre. He went out for a training break and he went for a little paddle. He's been standing up, surfing. He loves his surfing, but you're not allowed to surf on the rescue boards. Dangers for standing up on a rescue board is if you do nosedive or if you do come off, you gotta run over surfers, run over swimmers. Taco just nosedived and nearly killed someone.
Take me back to the sweet times, the hot nights. Everything's gonna be alright in the summertime. Baby, in the summertime, that is where I'll be.
Taco just nosedived and nearly killed someone. The ball went about 7 feet into the air.
Yeah, Maxi's put his hand up to take Taco under his wing, and, you know, there's only a 2-year age gap, so there is a little bit of friction there.
So Taco's 18, I'm 21. The only difference between us is I've been here 7 years. But nosedive when you're standing up nearly killing someone, that's not sweet. Huh? Taco?
Well, there's two things going to come out of it. You know, Taco's going to take Maxi's advice on board and become better for it, or they're going to have a blow-up.
Why has everything been so over-exaggerated?
You nearly killed someone.
As a lifeguard at Bondi, no, you never stop learning. You got the surf conditions, weather, fights, drugs, drownings. The beach throws something new at you every day.
Me and Kerbox were just passing a bit of time, going through the middle set of flags, watching the water. Pretty young.
There's a lady having a fit over here.
This is Cam. I need an ambulance. I've got a lady having a fit just in front of one surf pile about 30 metres up the beach. She might run up there now.
It's so crowded we didn't know where we were going or what we were about to face.
Ambulance, thanks.
The lady looks to be in her 60s. She's clenching her teeth and she was foaming at the mouth, and it was pretty confronting.
Hello, darling. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me?
Look, apparently ladies had a fit. The boys can't give me any details as yet because they're working on her. I don't even know if she's conscious yet.
She's got pulse, she's sweet. She'll come out in a sec.
In any situation where someone's unconscious, you know, your blood's pumping, your adrenaline's rushing. You're not a doctor, you don't know what's going on. You just sort of assess the situation how it is.
Is there any relatives or anything with her? No.
Bad.
She was turning on her stomach.
How long had she been laying there?
She hasn't got here, but she only just started having the fit now. Like 5 minutes before you came, we saw her shaking.
When someone's having a seizure, really you've got to mainly try to make sure they don't hurt themselves in any other way. We would check on make sure they've got a real strong pulse, and we were just trying to comfort her, and we were trying to get some oxygen into her because it was a very hot day.
You might grab your umbrella. You're amazing if you could do that.
Bondi Essential, Harry.
Going through a bag to find medication. You have to let the pills, see if she's a diabetic. She'll be in a diabetic coma.
Bondi Essential, Harry. Just an eye, I can hear the ambo coming. Yeah, at this stage she's still like deep in a sleep. She's breathing fine. Pulse is 76.
When situations like this happen, unfortunately we get a ring of death, is what we call it, when a big crowd of people surround us, and it's very hard to work in those conditions because You're trying to look after the patient and, you know, it gets a bit claustrophobic because everyone's come rushing in to try to see what we're doing.
Harries, I've just got the riot squad police down here. They're going to give us a hand with the...
Yeah, coffee, beer, fantastic. That'd be great.
We're trying all kinds of things. We're trying to communicate with this lady.
Hello, it's the ambulance.
We started to get some kind of reaction, but then things just went completely pear-shaped.
Back off.
The big shock was she came to, she regained consciousness, and then we realised she was deaf.
What's your name?
It's pretty distressing, you know, but you obviously got to stay calm.
Let's try and work out a way of getting her up the beach.
Yeah. You know, you feel helpless at times. You know, I've had a lot of things happen over the years, but this situation was something we hadn't dealt with before. It was becoming really hard to deal with. Well, ultimately, the paramedics needed the police assistance because they couldn't leave this poor lady on her own in that situation, and they had to take her to hospital. You know, I just wanted to let the public know that we're there for the lady and we're there to try to help her.
Well, they had a duty of care, I think, that they had to see through. So, unfortunately, even though she didn't want to go with them, she had to.
Because if something was to happen to her, well, there's a neglect there. And it's just not right in today's society. You can't do that.
We never actually found out what was wrong with the lady, but at least we know she's in great hands with the paramedics and she's going to get a thorough check out at the hospital.
I think when she woke up, she was a bit, you know, distressed. She didn't know what had happened. And I feel for her, but, you know, at the end of the day, we're just trying to do our job and, you know, she's getting the best care possible at the hospital as we speak.
Yeah, as a lifeguard, we used to, you know, being confronted with big challenges and big waves and physical situations, but something like this is just something you can't prepare yourself for. Yeah, Taco's up to it again. He's out there standing up on the board. I don't know how many times we've got to tell him. The reason behind not trying to stand up on rescue boards is because we give the public a really false sense of the reason why we're there. We're supposed to be at work, not out there clowning around having a good time.
How many times do we need to tell him, Bob?
I'm just going to sit and watch you guys have some fun, I think.
No, mate, I copped it for 3 years. Every day I got hammered, so I think Taco's an easy target, like I was, so.
I think Maxi's paid his dues. I think he's been here, he's part of the furniture now, he's been disciplined. I think it's his chance to square up.
What'd you do today?
Nothing. It's all good.
What was all good?
Everything.
What about your paddle before?
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
What'd you do on your paddle?
I don't know.
Stand up again?
Yeah.
Mate, I was with Hoppo and he wasn't impressed.
Wow. Oh, well,
what do you got to say to Hoppo?
I'll speak to Hop.
Oh, mate.
Taco may not be here after the 2 years because it's not the right attitude we want from someone around here as a trainee.
Yeah, I'm sweet. It's Hoppo. Once you get to know him, he's not intimidating at all.
If Taco thinks he's not intimidated by me, it's something that shows me that his attitude's not right for the job. He's really going to cop the tough end of the stick from me later on.
Hey. Famous last words. I used to think that, Taco.
Hopefully Hoppo won't be too angry when he sees this.
New Year's Day, you don't know what you're in for, but you know you're going to be in for a big day no matter what.
All of a sudden, they've just teared down the beach.
Got to expect the unexpected.
A woman's had a baby abducted, mate.
Abducted? We've had a lady who has had her kid kidnapped. It's just panic stakes everywhere.
They wanted to close the beach because they saw it.
The clubbies here are saying they've seen a shark.
This couldn't come at the worst time. Look how many people are on the beach. We're trying to find a baby and now we've got a shark in the mix.